Can you imagine that you breathe 22,000 times daily? This amazing fact highlights just how vital breath is to our existence. Each day, you and everyone around you takes around 22,000 breaths, powering every activity you do. Breathing is not just a simple act. It's a complex process involving the lungs, muscles, and even your brain. When you inhale, oxygen rushes in, and when you exhale, carbon dioxide is released. This exchange is essential for producing the energy your body needs to function. Interestingly, while you may not always notice your breathing, it adjusts automatically depending on your activity level. For example, during exercise, your breathing rate increases to supply more oxygen. Isn't it fascinating how something as automatic as breathing can so drastically affect your energy and well-being? So next time you take a deep breath, remember the incredible work your body does for you, 22,000 times a day. Did you know the Netherlands loves windmills and tulips? These iconic symbols represent not just beauty, but also the rich history and culture of this vibrant country. Windmills have been part of Dutch life since the Middle Ages, initially built to help manage water levels and grind grain. As you wander through the picturesque countryside, you can spot these towering giants, some dating back to the 17th century. The tulip, on the other hand, became famous during the tulip mania of the 1600s when they were so prized, they created a speculative frenzy. Today, during spring, the flower fields explode into breathtaking colors, drawing visitors from around the globe. The Keukenhof Gardens, known as the Garden of Europe, showcases millions of tulips in stunning designs, making it a must-visit for flower lovers. Together, these windmills and tulips not only reflect the Netherlands' natural beauty, but also highlight the innovative spirit and historical significance of its people. Isn't it amazing how much character a country can express through such simple yet enchanting creations? Believe it or not, Japan's culture is a fascinating blend. Japan is a dazzling mix of ancient traditions and modern innovations, attracting millions every year. While images of Tokyo's neon-lit streets are captivating, the essence of Japanese culture delves much deeper. Traditional Japanese women showcase an incredible balance of maintaining family values while embracing contemporary life. They nurture children, ensuring the continuation of age-old customs, yet they ardently pursue education and careers in our fast-paced world. This duality gives rise to a lifestyle that many around the globe find admirable. Additionally, Japan's commitment to cleanliness, efficient public transport, and mouth-watering cuisine enhances its charm. Imagine sipping matcha during a calming tea ceremony or celebrating the vibrant cherry blossom festivals. Such experiences offer a glimpse into a culture rich in history and innovation. From the serenity of ancient temples to the buzz of modern city life, Japan serves up a unique cultural feast that captivates everyone, from adventurous travelers to curious locals. What more could one ask for in a destination? Is it really true that a sailor became king? In 1904, an extraordinary story unfolded in the remote islands of Papua New Guinea when Swedish sailor Carl Emil Pedersen found himself shipwrecked. Lost and alone, he was rescued by a local tribe who welcomed him into their community. As he adapted to their way of life, Carl developed a strong bond with the people, particularly with the chief's daughter, whom he later married. This unexpected love story led to an even more surprising twist. Carl was eventually crowned king of the island. His reign brought about cultural exchange as he shared his ideas and learned from the tribe's traditions. This fascinating tale of survival and unexpected leadership illustrates how a single incident can change the course of a life, and it raises the question, how many other remarkable stories are hidden in the world's corners? Did you know male platypuses can sting you? This fascinating creature, native to Australia, holds a surprising secret. The male platypus has a poisonous spur on its hind legs. While this venom isn't lethal to humans, it can deliver an intensely painful sting, leading to swelling and discomfort that lasts for weeks. Imagine stumbling upon this unique animal with its duck-like bill and beaver-like tail, only to find out it can cause a painful reaction if it feels threatened. This venomous feature makes the platypus one of the few mammals to possess such an ability, adding to its already intriguing nature. The spur is primarily used in combat with other males during mating season, making it a fascinating aspect of their behavior and survival. Despite their cute appearance, platypuses are truly one of a kind in the animal kingdom, blending traits from various species and showcasing nature's creativity. So the next time you think about this amazing animal, remember, it's not just adorable, but it also has a fierce side. Let's uncover the truth about stolen artwork recovery. In 2003, a remarkable event unfolded in London when stolen artwork valued at 4 million UK pounds was recovered in the most unexpected place. This incredible find, nestled within a cardboard tube next to a public toilet, included masterpieces from famous artists like Picasso, Gauguin, and Van Gogh. The recovery was made possible thanks to an anonymous tip-off that pointed authorities in the right direction. But what's truly fascinating is that the person behind the theft claimed their intention wasn't to keep the art for themselves, but to draw attention to the poor security measures in place. This unusual act raised crucial questions about how we protect valuable cultural treasures and the lengths some will go to expose vulnerabilities in our systems. Could this type of bold statement change how we think about art theft and security? What if I told you oceans hold 97% of Earth's water? It sounds amazing, right? Our vast oceans are an incredible resource, covering about 71% of the planet's surface. However, despite their immense size, this water is not safe for drinking. That's because ocean water is salty, containing about 3.5% salt on average. This high salt content makes it unsuitable for human consumption, as drinking it can lead to dehydration and other health problems. Interestingly, fresh water is actually quite rare compared to salty ocean water, constituting only about 3% of the total water on Earth. Most of this fresh water is trapped in glaciers and ice caps, with only a small fraction present in rivers and lakes. So, while the oceans boast an impressive volume of water, they also remind us of the need to protect and conserve our precious fresh water sources. Why is clean drinking water so important to our survival? Did you know elephants are nature's gardeners? African elephants are not just magnificent creatures, they play a vital role in their ecosystem by spreading seeds. Every day, these huge animals can disperse over 2,000 different plant seeds through their dung, acting as nature's gardeners. When elephants roam through forests and savannas, they munch on a variety of plants. As they digest their food, the seeds pass through their system and are deposited miles away, creating new growth in areas where those plants might not have thrived otherwise. This natural process helps maintain the biodiversity of their habitats, allowing different plants to flourish. Additionally, the dung itself acts as a natural fertilizer, enriching the soil and promoting healthy plant life. Without elephants performing this essential task, many plant species might struggle to survive or spread, leading to a less vibrant ecosystem. So next time you see an elephant, remember that they're doing far more for nature than you might think. How amazing is that? This might surprise you. Languages without yes or no. In Latin and Irish, the concepts of affirmation and negation don't rely on the simple words we often use in English. Instead of saying a direct yes or no, speakers use the context of a conversation to convey their agreement or disagreement. For instance, in an Irish conversation, one might simply repeat the verb of the question to indicate a positive response, like saying is in reply to someone asking if they are coming. This way of communicating highlights the richness and complexity of human language, showing that even simple concepts like agreement can be expressed in various creative ways. It also helps to deepen our understanding of how different cultures value context in speech. Isn't it fascinating how languages can differ so much in such fundamental aspects? Have you ever wondered about Europe's unfinished colonial story? Many European nations still grapple with the legacies of their colonial past, leaving certain territories in a state where decolonization is far from complete. Countries like France and the United Kingdom maintain territories that carry historical ties to colonialism, such as the French overseas regions and British overseas territories. These relationships are often complex, filled with cultural exchanges, yet burdened by historical injustices. The failure to fully address these colonial remnants continues to impact the lives of people in these territories today. For instance, discussions about governance, economic independence, and cultural identity are still ongoing, showcasing a lingering colonial mindset. As we delve deeper into these relationships, it's crucial to ask ourselves how these histories shape our world today and what steps are necessary to foster healing and understanding. Surprisingly, cousin marriages were once popular in the West. Until the 1920s, marrying your first cousin was not only legal, but also a common practice in Europe and the United States. Families often saw these unions as a smart way to reinforce ties and keep wealth within the family. The idea was that by marrying relatives, they could ensure their money and assets stayed close, fostering stronger familial bonds. This tradition didn't just disappear, it continues to be celebrated in many cultures today, where cousin marriages are part of the social fabric. In some countries, these unions are still viewed positively, related to loyalty and shared heritage. So while many people today may find the concept unusual, for centuries, marrying your cousin was a normal part of life that shaped family ties and community dynamics. Can you believe how special the number 7 is? This iconic digit is often seen as lucky in many cultures, but it also holds a unique spot in mathematics. Unlike other single-digit numbers, 7 doesn't follow the usual multiplication patterns that most numbers do. For instance, if you multiply 2 single-digit numbers, you often end up with very predictable results. But 7 surprises us by standing apart, creating a number of fascinating properties. This peculiarity boosts its charm, leading people to associate it with good fortune. You'll find 7 popping up in our lives constantly. Think of the 7 wonders of the world, the 7 continents, even the 7 days of the week. All this adds to the mystery and allure of this number. So whether you see it as a symbol of luck or just an intriguing mathematical oddity, 7 certainly has a special place in our hearts and minds. Did you know hydrogen faces big challenges? While hydrogen is often praised for its potential as a clean energy source, hurdles still stand in its way. One major challenge is the high cost of production. Currently, producing hydrogen can be more expensive than generating energy from sources like solar panels. This price gap can deter companies and governments from investing in hydrogen technologies. Additionally, hydrogen's low density makes it tricky to store efficiently, complicating the development of the necessary refueling infrastructure. Imagine if we could harness hydrogen more effectively. It could help reduce carbon emissions and shift us closer to a sustainable future. However, overcoming these challenges is crucial if hydrogen is to play a significant role in our energy landscape. Will innovation and policy changes pave the way for a hydrogen revolution? Can you imagine a giant rock stuck since ice ages? Bolten is that incredible rock found in Kirog, Norway, firmly wedged between 2 cliffs. This remarkable geological feature has held its position since the last ice age, standing as a testament to the Earth's dynamic history. Formed by glacial activity, Bolten offers a unique glimpse into how climate changes sculpted our landscapes over thousands of years. The rock itself weighs an estimated 1,000 tons and hangs about 1,000 meters above the Lysfjorden Fjord, which makes it a popular spot for adventurous visitors seeking thrilling photos. Its presence reminds us of the powerful forces of nature and how, even today, they shape our planet. Standing there looking out over the breathtaking scenery, you can't help but wonder what the Earth looked like when glaciers were carving the valleys just like this one. Here's a wild fact about Tesla Powerwall. This innovative battery system is not just for home energy use, it plays a crucial role in emergencies, like hurricanes and wildfires. When the grid goes down, the Tesla Powerwall steps in to provide essential backup power, keeping homes safe and comfortable during tough times. But that's not all. Hospitals, which rely on a constant power supply for life-saving equipment, have also turned to the Powerwall. During power outages, these batteries ensure that critical operations can continue, giving patients the care they need without interruption. By harnessing solar energy and storing it for later use, the Powerwall empowers people and communities to stay resilient. Whether it's a raging wildfire or a swirling hurricane, the Tesla Powerwall proves to be an essential lifeline when the lights go out. How amazing is that? This might surprise you. Bibliophobia exists. Can you imagine being afraid of books? While many people love curling up with a good novel, bibliophobics experience a psychological aversion to reading and literature. This fear can stem from various factors, such as negative experiences associated with books, overwhelming feelings when faced with extensive texts, or even the pressure of academic expectations. For some, just seeing a book can trigger anxiety or panic, making it tough to enjoy the simple pleasure that reading brings. Despite its rarity, bibliophobia highlights how our relationship with literature can be complicated. Therapy and gradual exposure to books may help those affected to overcome their fear, turning pages from daunting to delightful. Have you ever noticed how much books can change lives? Understanding bibliophobia can deepen our appreciation for the joy that reading offers. Is it really true that Venus has longer days than years? You bet it is. One full rotation on Venus takes about 243 Earth days, making its day longer than a whole year on our planet, which lasts just 225 days. This quirky situation arises because Venus spins on its axis very slowly and in the opposite direction to most planets, meaning the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Interestingly, because Venus has a thick atmosphere filled with carbon dioxide and clouds of sulfuric acid, the planet traps heat in a runaway greenhouse effect. This extreme environment, with surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead, makes it the hottest planet in our solar system. The unique rotation and orbit of Venus provides scientists with an opportunity to study how different environmental conditions affect planetary characteristics. Curious about how this affects the planet's weather patterns? Discover the dynamic world of synchronized learning. In various regions, the choreography of education extends beyond just children, embracing young women as active participants in synchronized movements. This practice not only adds an enjoyable twist to traditional learning, but also creates a sense of community and cooperation among all involved. Engaging in these rhythmic activities helps enhance focus and build confidence, allowing students to express themselves while learning new concepts. For instance, in some cultures, students perform collective dances that correlate with lessons in history or science, making these subjects come alive. By combining physical movement with education, participants can deepen their understanding and retention of material. This innovative approach promotes a holistic learning environment where each individual's contribution is valued, fostering a more inclusive educational experience. Isn't it fascinating how movement can revolutionize the way we learn? Hard to believe, but Alain Ducasse has 21 Michelin stars. That title makes him the most celebrated chef in the history of the Michelin Guide. Born in the quaint village of Orgères, France, Ducasse has revolutionized fine dining through his creative culinary philosophy. With a total of 21 Michelin stars to his name, he emphasizes that cooking is an art, where each dish tells its own story through a blend of taste, texture, and stunning presentation. His renowned restaurants, located in cities like Paris, London, and Tokyo, feature an eclectic mix of global influences while retaining the essence of classic French cuisine. This harmony of tradition and innovation showcases Ducasse's unique ability to connect with diners on multiple levels. Beyond just being a culinary genius, he passionately shares his expertise through cooking schools and mentorships, nurturing the next generation of chefs. Ducasse's unparalleled dedication to the culinary arts has made him a beacon in the gastronomic community, inspiring food enthusiasts and professionals worldwide. What else can we learn from his remarkable journey? Did you know that Skryne Skarbov holds hidden treasures? This enchanting forest in Poland is not just a beautiful landscape, it's rumored to be worth over $1 million. This hefty price tag sparks our imagination, suggesting that there might be more than just trees and wildlife lurking among its ancient trails. Many tales surround Skryne Skarbov, hinting at hidden gems or lost artifacts waiting to be discovered. Explorers and treasure hunters are drawn to its mysteries, hoping to unearth something spectacular. But beyond the treasure, the forest is a testament to nature's beauty, showcasing stunning flora and fauna. The legends inspire countless adventurers, young and old, to dream of discovering what lies beneath the earth or hidden in the trees. Whether real or imagined, the allure of Skrine Skarbov captivates those who hear its stories. What secrets do you think this magical forest might hold? Here's a wild fact about Domino's in Italy. When Domino's Pizza decided to dive into the Italian market in 2015, they had big dreams, aiming to open 880 outlets by 2030. However, things didn't go as planned. Over the next 7 years, they only managed to launch 29 branches, and shockingly, each one closed its doors by 2022. So what happened? Italy, known for its rich pizza culture, is home to countless local pizzerias that take pride in time-honored recipes. Many Italians prefer traditional pizza, with thin crusts and fresh local ingredients, leaving little room for a chain like Domino's. The brand simply couldn't compete with the high standards of Italian pizza lovers. It's a fascinating example of how even global giants can struggle in markets where local taste and tradition reign supreme. Could this be a lesson in respecting culinary heritage? Believe it or not, crystal gem corn is mesmerizing. This unique variety hails from Mexico and is unlike any corn you've seen before. Its kernels are transparent and reflect light beautifully, making it look almost like glass. The shimmering colors that dance across its surface are not just for show, they have deep roots in history. Crystal gem corn comes from traditional agricultural practices passed down through generations by indigenous farmers who cultivated it for its beauty and its nutritional value. Beyond its striking appearance, this corn is a symbol of resilience and innovation, reflecting the rich cultural heritage of its origins. Today, more and more gardeners are discovering crystal gem corn and growing it in their own backyards, not only for their stunning visual appeal, but also as a way to connect with the past. Are you ready to try growing this eye-catching corn variety yourself? Did you know Japan has a vending machine craze? In Japan, there is an astonishing vending machine for every 40 people, making these machines a familiar sight all over the country. This means that whether you're wandering through busy city streets or exploring quiet rural areas, you're likely to come across these convenient marvels. They don't just sell snacks and drinks. You can find machines offering everything from hot meals and seasonal delicacies to unique items like fresh flowers and gadgets. Japan's vending machines are celebrated for their variety, advanced technology, and user-friendly designs. Many are even equipped with touchscreens, allowing customers to browse through options seamlessly. They reflect Japan's culture of convenience and innovation, making life a little easier for everyone. Imagine grabbing a hot coffee from a machine on a chilly morning, or picking up a tasty meal when you're on the go. With their mix of practicality and quirky offerings, these vending machines are a fun and fascinating feature of everyday life in Japan. Could you imagine living in a place with such incredible choices at your fingertips? Here's what actually happens when we mimic emotions. It turns out that humans have a natural tendency to imitate the feelings and actions of people nearby. This phenomenon, known as emotional contagion, occurs without us even realizing it. For instance, when you're with a friend who's laughing, you might find yourself laughing too, even if you didn't initially feel like it. This unconscious mimicry shows how interconnected we are. Our emotions can ripple out and influence others. Research indicates that this behavior helps strengthen social bonds and enhance empathy. However, it also suggests that our thoughts might not be as unique as we think. Our feelings and reactions can be heavily shaped by the moods of those around us. So the next time you find yourself smiling at a funny story or feeling down at a friend's sadness, remember that it's all part of being human. Isn't that fascinating? Prepare to be amazed by Finland's stunning lakes. Did you know that Finland boasts more than 188,000 lakes? This impressive number makes it the country with the most lakes in all of Europe. These lakes cover around 10% of Finland's land area, creating a magical landscape that's vital for the environment. They serve as habitats for unique wildlife, supporting species from fish to birds. Beyond their ecological importance, Finland's lakes are a playground for outdoor enthusiasts. Tourists flock to these shimmering waters to enjoy activities like fishing, swimming, and boating, all while soaking in breathtaking views. Whether you're an adventure seeker or someone who simply loves nature, Finland's lakes offer an unforgettable experience. So what are you waiting for? Dive into the wonders of Finland and explore its lake-filled paradise. What if I told you about the Neuro R3 revolution? This cutting-edge autonomous electric vehicle is changing the way we think about grocery deliveries. With its sleek design and high-tech features, the Neuro R3 can carry up to 12 grocery bags, making errands much easier for everyone. Equipped with 12 cameras, this little vehicle has 360-degree vision, allowing it to safely navigate busy streets and avoid obstacles. Whether it's zipping around a neighborhood or waiting at traffic lights, the Neuro R3 is built for efficiency. Imagine sending a list of groceries from your phone and having them delivered right to your doorstep by this smart vehicle. It's not just a concept, it's already being tested in various cities. As technology advances, the future of shopping could look a lot more like this, convenient and quick. What other tasks could autonomous vehicles help us with next? Can you imagine spiders everywhere but Antarctica? Spiders are fascinating creatures that have made their home on every continent except for the icy expanses of Antarctica. With over 45,000 known species, these eight-legged wonders have adapted to various environments, from lush rainforests to dry deserts. You might find them lurking in your garden, scuttling across the floor of your home, or even spinning webs high in the trees. Their presence is crucial for the ecosystem, as they play a vital role in controlling insect populations. For example, a single spider can consume thousands of pests in a year, making them excellent allies for gardeners. While many people fear the bite of a spider, most are harmless and help keep our world balanced. So the next time you see a spider, remember they're not just creepy crawlies, they're nature's little pest controllers that thrive all around us, just not in the extreme cold of Antarctica. Believe it or not, dancing was banned after midnight in Japan. This surprising law, enacted in 1948, aimed to curb illegal activities thought to be linked to dance halls. After World War II, Japan was filled with social change and economic challenges, leading concerns that late-night dancing could encourage vice and crime. Authorities believed that stopping people from dancing after midnight would create a safer environment. However, many dance enthusiasts found this law restrictive and out of touch with modern life. It wasn't until 2015 that Japan reformed this outdated regulation, allowing clubs and venues to operate without a midnight curfew. This change revitalized nightlife in cities like Tokyo and Osaka, letting people enjoy dancing and music freely, no matter the hour. Imagine dancing with friends under the stars without the worry of a ticking clock. How liberating is that? Did you know Stalin had a peculiar drinking game? Toward the end of his life, Joseph Stalin often turned mandatory dinners into wild drinking contests for his fellow Politburo members. These gatherings weren't just about enjoying food. They turned into intense competitions where participants had to guess temperatures or take shots of vodka. Imagine the tension in the room as leaders of one of the most powerful nations played games that tested their knowledge and bravery. Stalin, known for his iron-fisted rule, used these strange festivities to assert his dominance and gauge loyalty among his close associates. The vodka flowed as freely as the conversations, leading to a mix of camaraderie and competition. Although he ruled with fear, these drinking games offered a glimpse into a more human side of a man whose name is synonymous with power and paranoia. What do you think motivated Stalin to create such unusual traditions? Believe it or not, holodets is a festive favorite. This traditional Christmas dish is especially loved in Slavic countries like Russia and Ukraine. Imagine a cold, gelatinous dish that's both quirky and delicious, made from boiled meat, typically pork or beef. The preparation process begins with simmering the meat for hours to extract a rich broth. Once the broth is ready, it's combined with pieces of meat and then chilled until it sets into a jelly-like consistency. Holodets often resembles a savory gelatin dessert and is usually served sliced, revealing its unique texture. Families gather around the table to enjoy this dish, reflecting the warmth of holiday traditions. Holodets isn't just about the taste, it's a way for families to bond over history and culture, sharing stories while savoring this unusual yet beloved meal. Often accompanied by mustard or garlic, it brings a savory punch to festive celebrations. Have you ever tried holodets, or does it sound too strange for your palate? Let's uncover the truth about alcohol's role in society. Alcohol has played a significant role in communities for centuries, shaping social dynamics and cultural practices. While many people enjoy a drink during celebrations or social gatherings, it's essential to recognize that alcohol can also have profound effects on individuals and their surroundings. Communities often grapple with striking a balance between enjoying social drinks and managing the consequences of alcohol consumption, like addiction and social isolation. The narrative emphasizes the complexity of this relationship, highlighting the importance of awareness and understanding. By fostering open discussions about alcohol's impact, individuals can better navigate their choices and even advocate for healthier community practices. So how do we build a more informed society when it comes to alcohol? Understanding its implications is the first step. Guess what really drives nuclear fission? Lise Meitner played a crucial role in uncovering the secrets of nuclear fission, a groundbreaking process that not only powers atomic bombs, but also provides energy for countless homes and industries worldwide. In the early 20th century, while working with her male colleague Otto Hahn, Meitner's keen insights and calculations uncovered the process through which atomic nuclei can split apart, releasing vast amounts of energy. Despite her instrumental contributions, it was Hahn who received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1944, leaving Meitner without the recognition she truly deserved. In a delightful gesture of acknowledgement, however, scientists later named the element Meitnerium MT in her honor. This oversight highlights the challenges women faced in science, yet Meitner's legacy continues to inspire future generations in the fields of physics and chemistry. Isn't it time we celebrate all pioneers equally? Is it really true that Kulit Pisang travels the world? Kulit Pisang, an influential storyteller, has captivated audiences with tales drawn from his travels around the globe. Known for his unique narrative style, he weaves together themes of survival and resilience that resonate with many. Kulit believes that every experience, no matter how challenging, can teach valuable lessons about perseverance and hope. His stories often feature remarkable characters who overcome adversity, showcasing the strength of the human spirit. By utilizing various platforms, he connects with followers from all walks of life, inspiring them to face their own challenges with courage. Fans appreciate his ability to blend personal experiences with universal truths, making his content relatable and engaging. As he continues to share his adventures, Kulit Pisang invites us all to reflect on our own journeys and the resilience we embody. So, could his stories motivate you to embrace your own challenges and find strength in adversity? Prepare to be amazed by the shidl's cultural significance. The shidl is a unique wig worn by Orthodox Jewish women, rooted in a tradition that emphasizes modesty by requiring married women to cover their hair. This practice stems from various religious beliefs that promote privacy and dignity. Women often wear this stylish accessory to blend faith with fashion, demonstrating their adherence to beliefs while embracing beauty. Interestingly, some women choose to wear a chitli, a type of wig that can add more hair and give an even fuller appearance. This clever workaround allows them to stay true to their customs while still experimenting with their look. The shidl represents more than just a piece of clothing. It embodies a balance between cultural identity and personal expression. Have you ever thought about how such a simple item can hold so much meaning? Here's a wild fact about espresso brewing. The word espresso actually describes the unique method used to brew this beloved coffee drink. Instead of referring to the strong, thick nature of the coffee, espresso comes from the Latin word expressus, which means pressed out. This technique involves forcing hot water through finely ground coffee beans under high pressure, resulting in a rich flavor and creamy texture that coffee lovers adore. Interestingly, many people mistakenly pronounce it as espresso, which isn't correct. This brewing method originated in Italy in the early 20th century and has become a staple in coffee culture around the world. The small, concentrated shots of espresso serve as the base for various popular drinks like lattes and cappuccinos. So next time you enjoy a cup of espresso, remember it's the brewing method that matters most. Here's something incredible about cats and their falls. Cats possess a unique ability to twist their bodies midair, which allows them to land on their feet even after a pretty high drop. This impressive reflex is often referred to as the righting reflex. When a cat falls, it quickly rotates its head, aligning it with the ground. Then, using its flexible spine and lack of a collarbone, it adjusts its legs and body to get into the right position for landing. This incredible skill has earned cats a reputation for always landing on their feet. Scientists have studied this fascinating adaptation, which helps cats survive falls from various heights without severe injuries. It's amazing how these agile animals have evolved this talent, allowing them to navigate their environment with grace and ease. Have you ever seen a cat land perfectly after a leap? It's definitely a sight to behold. This might surprise you. Nara's sacred deer roam freely. Nestled in Japan, Nara Park is home to over 1,000 free-roaming deer, which are considered sacred in the Shinto religion. Visitors flock to this beautiful park not just for the scenery, but to interact with these gentle creatures who wander through the lush greenery. According to tradition, these deer are messengers of the gods, embodying a powerful spiritual significance that has been honored for centuries. As you stroll through the park, you may see the deer approach visitors with curiosity, snacking on special deer crackers that many tourists buy. This delightful interaction creates a unique experience where people can connect with nature and culture. Moreover, the park is surrounded by historic temples and shrines, making it a perfect blend of natural beauty and cultural heritage. The sight of these majestic animals against the backdrop of ancient architecture adds to Nara's charm. So if you ever find yourself in Japan, don't miss the chance to explore Nara Park and meet its heavenly inhabitants. Did you know ants can skydive safely? This fascinating fact highlights just how unique ants are. Ants are incredibly lightweight, which means they can survive falls from great heights without a scratch. Unlike larger animals, gravity affects them differently due to their tiny size and mass. When they free fall, the impact is less severe because their body structure allows them to slow down just enough to avoid injury. Imagine an ant jumping off a mountain. While it may sound risky, these little creatures would simply land softly on the ground. This special adaptation not only allows them to explore their environment, but also plays a crucial role in how they escape predators or navigate through their habitats. It's amazing to think that these tiny insects can pull off such daring feats, isn't it? This might surprise you. Giraffes have strange laws in Georgia. In the Peach State, it's actually illegal to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or a street lamp. Yes, you heard that right. This unusual law likely exists to protect both the majestic giraffes and public property from potential damage. Imagine a tall, spotted giraffe swaying near a busy road, causing chaos while trying to reach a tasty tree branch. To keep both the animals and residents safe, giraffe owners must find better, more appropriate places to secure their beloved pets. It raises the question of how many other quirky laws exist across the country, perhaps aimed at protecting animals in unexpected ways. Next time you think of Georgia, remember this peculiar rule about giraffes and how our legal system ensures their well-being. Let's uncover the truth about skyscraper dancing. In 2009, a fascinating incident occurred involving a South Korean skyscraper when 17 people dancing on the 39th floor caused the building to vibrate for an astonishing 10 minutes. This unexpected spectacle highlighted an important engineering concept known as resonance, where structural vibrations match the frequency of external forces, in this case, the rhythmic movements of the dancers. Engineers discovered that the building's design was not prepared to handle such dynamic loads, which can have serious implications for the stability of tall structures. While it might seem amusing, the event serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between human activity and architectural engineering. Properly accounting for these interactions is crucial in modern skyscraper design to ensure safety and comfort for all occupants. How can engineers better prepare for such surprising events to keep our urban landscape safe? Is it really true that stones were used as money? On Yap Island in Micronesia, large stone discs, some weighing several tons, served as a unique form of currency. These impressive stones, known as rye stones, were quarried from a nearby island, and transported by sea, often using canoes. What makes this system fascinating is that ownership of these heavy stones was transferred through verbal agreements rather than physically moving the stones themselves. This meant that if you wanted to buy something, you didn't need to lug a giant disc around. You simply declared your ownership, and the community upheld that claim. While it sounds impractical by modern standards, this system worked well for the Yepes people. The stones symbolized wealth and status, and their value was deeply rooted in the island's culture and social structure. Can you imagine negotiating a deal with something so unwieldy? Did you know the saltwater crocodile has a powerful bite? This incredible reptile boasts the strongest documented bite force of any animal on the planet. When it snaps its massive jaws shut, it can exert immense pressure, reaching over 3,700 pounds per square inch. That's stronger than a lion's bite. This astonishing ability allows saltwater crocodiles to capture and subdue large prey like buffalo and even sharks. With their powerful jaws, they can not only crush bones, but also hold on to their prey with terrifying strength. These fearsome predators can be found in brackish waters and coastal areas across Southeast Asia to Australia. Their powerful bite is a significant advantage in their aquatic environment, helping them dominate the food chain. Not surprisingly, many animals steer clear of this apex predator. Observing these creatures in their natural habitat illuminates their role as vital players in the ecosystem, showcasing the impressive diversity of life on Earth. Imagine witnessing the raw power of a saltwater crocodile in action. What other extraordinary animal abilities have you heard about? Hard to believe, but 77 million accounts were hacked. In 2011, a massive security breach in the PlayStation Network sent shockwaves through the gaming community. Hackers exploited vulnerabilities in Sony's system after the company removed Linux support from the PlayStation 3. This move changed how users interacted with their consoles, making it easier for hackers to launch their attacks. With personal information like names, addresses, and credit card details compromised, many users felt their privacy was shattered. The fallout was immense, as Sony faced criticism for how it handled security and communication during the crisis. Gamers who trusted the platform had to deal with the consequences of this breach. The event highlighted the importance of robust security measures in protecting customer data, leading to industry-wide changes in how companies safeguard sensitive information. Are we really safe online? Unbelievable patterns in pandemic history revealed. For centuries, people have noticed an intriguing cycle of pandemics surfacing every 100 years, leading some to ponder a so-called plague curse on humanity. Significant outbreaks like the bubonic plague in 1720, cholera in 1820, the Spanish flu in 1920, and the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 fit this peculiar timeline almost perfectly. This repeated pattern has sparked conversations among historians and scientists who wonder if there's a deeper connection behind these events. Could it simply be coincidence, or is there a hidden cause influencing these outbreaks? Factors like climate change, urbanization, and global travel might play a role in this pattern. By studying these past pandemics, researchers aim to understand how we can better prepare for future outbreaks. As we move forward, will we learn from our history or continue to face similar challenges? Did you know aimless wandering is illegal in Hilia? In this quirky Florida city, a law classifies wandering without a clear purpose as a misdemeanor. The mindset behind this unusual regulation seems aimed at reducing loitering, but it paints a humorous picture of local police actively enforcing it. Imagine the officers patrolling the streets, game faces on, ticket books ready, waiting for someone to stroll aimlessly. Whether you're a resident or just visiting, you might want to adopt a more purposeful stride to avoid any awkward run-ins with law enforcement. It makes you think twice before taking that leisurely walk without a destination in mind. So the next time you find yourself taking a scenic route in Hilia, remember to walk with intention. Otherwise, you might inadvertently become the star of a very strange law enforcement tale. Surprisingly, Rincan may hold deep emotional secrets. This character isn't just a name. Rincan represents a complex blend of emotions and narratives that resonate with many people. Imagine a character whose story reveals vulnerabilities, dreams, and struggles that mirror our own lives. These deeper layers encourage readers to connect on a personal level, sparking empathy and reflection. The hints about Rin Khan suggest that there might be hidden facets of his personality that reveal not only his past but also the intricate dynamics between him and others in the story. Such connections elevate a character from being merely fictional to becoming a mirror of our own experiences and feelings. As we explore Rin Khan's journey, we discover how his challenges can inspire resilience in ourselves. Can we find pieces of our own stories within his? Characters like Rin Khan invite us to dive into the depth of human experience, making literature a powerful tool for connection and understanding. Have you ever wondered why baby elephants suck their trunks? This adorable behavior is strikingly similar to human babies sucking their thumbs. Like infants, young elephants suck their trunks for comfort and to feel secure. This action represents more than just a soothing habit. It also helps them learn how to use their versatile trunk, which is vital for drinking, eating, and socializing later in life. As they grow up, these clever creatures will use their trunks for splashing in water and even communicating with their herd. This later development showcases the playful and social nature of elephants, emphasizing their strong family bonds. Watching a baby elephant suck on its trunk is a heartwarming reminder of the similarities we share with these gentle giants, reminding us of the importance of comfort and connection during our earliest years. Let's uncover the truth about giant snowballs. In January 1882, a shocking train collision in New York left a scene of devastation and danger. As rescuers rushed to help, they quickly ran out of water to fight the flames roaring from the wreckage. In a creative twist, these brave individuals started using giant snowballs to douse the fire. The snow helped cool the burning train cars, showcasing people's resourcefulness in emergencies. Among the tragic victims was Webster Wagner, a prominent figure who was tragically crushed between two sleeping cars that he manufactured. His story adds a somber note to this unusual rescue effort. Can you imagine how a simple snowball turned into a life-saving tool that day? This remarkable event reminds us that even in dire situations, creativity and quick thinking can emerge when least expected. Why does Obelisk the horse hunt pigeons uniquely? This incredible horse, part of the Queen's Guard, has developed a fascinating technique for hunting pigeons. Instead of simply chasing after them, Obelisk drops oats from his mouth onto the ground as a clever lure. The pigeons, attracted by the tasty treat, arrive thinking they have found a meal. But things take a dramatic turn when Obelisk, using his powerful hooves, stomps down on the unsuspecting birds. This unique behavior showcases not just the intelligence of animals, but also the unique bond between horses and humans in service roles. Such skills in hunting behavior are rare and highlight the impressive adaptability of Obelisk. While this may sound a bit wild, it's a great example of how animals can learn and innovate, allowing them to thrive in different situations. What do you think about this horse's unusual hunting strategy? Believe it or not, squinting makes a unique sound. When you squint your eyes tightly, you may hear a subtle rumble. This curious phenomenon originates from a small muscle in your ear called the tensor tympani. It might surprise you to learn that this little muscle actually plays a significant role in how we hear. The tensor tympani helps to protect your inner ear from loud noises and can trigger a sound when it contracts. This contraction occurs when you squint, creating a vibration that travels through the ear. While the sound is often faint, it's a fascinating reminder of how interconnected our body systems are. It's also a great example of how muscles, even the tiny ones most people don't think about, contribute to our everyday experiences. So the next time you're squinting in bright sunlight or focusing hard on something, take a moment to appreciate this unexpected sound and the amazing workings of your body that make it happen. Have you ever thought peppers are vegetables? Surprisingly, they're actually classified as fruits, specifically as berries. This might sound odd at first, but it's all about how botanists define these terms. In botanical terms, a fruit is the part of a plant that develops from its flowers and contains seeds. Peppers fit this description perfectly, as they grow from the flowering part of the plant and house seeds inside. This means that while we often treat them as vegetables in our salads and dishes, they are biologically fruits. Imagine biting into a bell pepper and realizing it's more closely related to strawberries or tomatoes than to lettuce. This classification can change how we think about cooking and nutrition too. By considering peppers as fruits, it opens up possibilities for how we use them in recipes. For instance, they can add a sweet kick to fruit salads or smoothies. So next time you're enjoying your favorite pepper, remember that you're not just munching on a vegetable, but savoring a berry in disguise. Pro gamers are raking in millions from esports tournaments. This might surprise you, but many gamers have turned their passion for playing video games into a full-time career. Esports, or electronic sports, involves competitive gameplay that is often showcased in tournaments streamed live to audiences worldwide. Popular games like League of Legends, Dota 2, and Fortnite have captivated millions, and the prize pools for these competitions can reach staggering amounts, sometimes exceeding millions of dollars. Players train rigorously, honing their skills and strategies to compete at the highest levels. With professional teams and sponsorships, the gaming industry has transformed into a serious business with lucrative opportunities. Audiences gather online and in person to watch their favorite teams battle it out, creating a vibrant community around competitive gaming. As a result, pro gamers not only gain fame, but also substantial financial rewards. Who would have thought that playing video games could lead to such incredible success? Did you know the Jeffersonia plant honors Thomas Jefferson? This beautiful plant is a tribute to the former U.S. president, thanks to botanist Benjamin Smith Barton, who identified it in 1792. Jefferson was not just a statesman, he had a deep passion for botany and plants, which he explored through his gardens and writings. He even corresponded with fellow naturalists about various plant species spread across his estate at Monticello. Barton, recognizing Jefferson's enthusiasm, chose to name the plant Jeffersonia as a sign of respect for his contributions to the field. This plant, often found in shaded areas of woodlands, boasts delicate white flowers that bloom in the spring, making it a beautiful sight to behold. Not only does the Jeffersonia stand as a reminder of Jefferson's interests, but it also highlights how intertwined nature and history can be. So the next time you see a Jeffersonia plant, remember that it carries a piece of American history with it. Isn't it fascinating how plants can connect us to influential figures in our past? Believe it or not, pearlfish hide in sea cucumbers. This fascinating relationship is a true marvel of the ocean. These small fish, about the size of a finger, find sanctuary in the unusual and often overlooked rectum of sea cucumbers. Why would they do this? Well, the sea cucumber provides a safe haven against hungry predators lurking in the ocean depths. By slipping inside, pearlfish cleverly avoid becoming someone else's meal, making the most of their unusual hiding spot. This unique behavior showcases nature's creativity in adaptation and survival. The pearlfish even take it a step further. They dart in and out of their host's body, ensuring they can quickly escape danger while still being close enough to feed when the opportunity arises. This relationship is a perfect example of how species can evolve to exploit unexpected environments. So the next time you think about ocean life, remember the pearlfish and their clever choice of a home. Who knew safety could be so unconventional? This might surprise you, France's Chappie telegraph. In the 1790s, the innovative Chappie telegraph system revolutionized communication across France. Invented by Claude Chappe, this extraordinary network of signaling towers used mechanical arms to send messages quickly from one tower to another. Imagine towering structures with long wooden arms that moved in synchronized patterns to convey information. This system allowed messages to travel up to 12 miles in just a few minutes. When visibility was good, operators could relay messages using a code of arm positions, allowing for real-time updates about everything from military movements to news of the day. The Chappie telegraph was a significant leap forward in communication technology, laying the groundwork for later advancements, including the electric telegraph and modern telecommunications. It was an impressive feat of engineering that demonstrated humanity's desire to connect over long distances, a vital need that persists today. Can you envision how different life would have been without such a system? Is it really true that a museum showcases Picotti's works? In Massachusetts, a unique museum shines a spotlight on the art of Picotti, an artist whose talents have remained largely unnoticed by the mainstream art world. Located in a quaint town, this museum offers visitors a chance to explore a rich collection of Piccati's paintings and sculptures, bringing his vibrant creativity to life. Despite his innovative techniques and compelling themes, Piccati's work has often been overshadowed by more famous artists. The museum not only aims to celebrate his artistry, but also to educate the public about his contributions to contemporary art. With guided tours and interactive exhibits, guests can learn about Piccati's inspirations and techniques, diving deep into the stories behind each piece. This dedication to honoring overlooked artists sparks important conversations about recognition in the art community. By visiting the museum, art lovers can help ensure that Piccati's legacy endures. Why not take a trip and experience his art for yourself? Can you imagine that diamonds aren't as rare as you think? In reality, diamonds are largely controlled by one powerful company, De Beers, which dominates around 95% of the diamond market. This control allows De Beers to limit the number of diamonds released to the market, artificially inflating their prices and creating a perception of scarcity. As a result, many diamonds may not be as unique or rare as they are marketed to be. When you see sparkling diamonds in jewelry stores, consider that their high price tag is influenced by clever marketing strategies rather than true rarity. This manipulation raises questions about value and authenticity in luxury items. The next time you admire a dazzling diamond ring, remember that its brilliance might not be as rarefied as it seems. Is it really a treasure or just a cleverly marketed product? Did you know that octopuses can squeeze through tiny holes? This incredible ability stems from their unique anatomy. Octopuses do not have a skeleton, allowing them to contort their bodies and fit through openings as small as a coin. This skill is not just for show, it plays a vital role in their survival. With their soft bodies, they can escape predators and slip into narrow crevices to hide or hunt. But that's not all. Octopuses are also remarkably intelligent. They can learn and remember, mastering camouflage techniques to blend seamlessly into their environment. This combination of flexibility and smarts makes octopuses some of the ocean's most fascinating creatures. Whether evading danger or finding food, they demonstrate a level of agility and cleverness that keeps marine biologists intrigued. How do such skills help them thrive in diverse ocean habitats? Is it really true that Gibraltar has wild monkeys? You bet it is. Gibraltar, perched at the southern edge of the Iberian Peninsula, is famous for more than just its impressive cliffs and strategic military history. It is home to a unique population of Barbary macaques, the only wild primates in all of Europe. These fascinating monkeys aren't just a quirky tourist attraction. They play an important role in the local ecosystem. Their presence draws visitors from around the world, eager to see these playful creatures roaming freely. The Barbary macaques have adapted well to life in this rocky terrain and are known for their curious and social behavior. Sadly, their population is under threat due to habitat loss and human interference. Conservation efforts are crucial to protect these charming animals and preserve their habitat on the Rock of Gibraltar. So next time you think of monkeys, remember that they're not just in jungles or zoos, but living wild in Europe too. How incredible is that? Believe it or not, tiny versions sparked big debates. Preformationism was a fascinating theory that captured the imagination of scientists between the 1600s and 1800s. Imagine a world where everyone believed that organisms developed from miniature versions of themselves, like a dollhouse model waiting to grow up. This idea suggested that a tiny version of an adult existed right from the start, just needing to grow larger over time. Proponents of this theory pictured embryos as tiny, already formed beings, just waiting to unfold. It piqued the interest of many famous scientists, driving them to explore the mysteries of life. But as our understanding of biology advanced, this theory faced strong challenges, especially with the discovery of cells and genetics in the 19th century. While preformationism eventually fell out of favor, it opened the door to discussions that shaped modern biology. Isn't it incredible how ideas evolve over time? Did you know that cookies act like sponges? When you leave cookies out overnight, they don't just sit there. They absorb moisture from the air. This happens because cookies are packed with sugar and salt. These ingredients attract water vapor from the atmosphere, which makes cookies soft and chewy. It's quite a different story for baguettes, which are traditional French bread made mostly from flour, water, yeast, and salt. Without the sugar and that moisture-absorbing component, baguettes actually dry out and become hard when left exposed. So if you want your cookies to stay delightful and soft, it's a good idea to store them in an airtight container. Meanwhile, if you plan on enjoying a fresh baguette, just remember that it's best eaten on the same day or properly stored to avoid that tough texture. Isn't it fascinating how ingredients influence food so differently? You won't guess who inspired the iconic Rocky. The film Rocky, released in 1976, is actually based on the incredible true story of Chuck Wepner, a local boxer from New Jersey. Chuck was a working-class hero who, despite being the underdog, stepped into the ring with the legendary Muhammad Ali. In an event many thought would be a quick knockout, Wepner stunned everyone by enduring an impressive 15 rounds against Ali. This fight was more than just a bout. It was a testament to heart and determination. The filmmakers saw Chuck's grit and resilience and crafted Rocky Balboa, a character who captured the spirit of fighting against all odds. Rocky not only became a beloved figure in cinema history, but also inspired countless people by demonstrating that even the most unlikely contenders can achieve greatness. So the next time you watch Rocky, remember it's inspired by a real-life story of courage. What a journey! Hard to believe, but planking took over social media. In 2011, a quirky trend known as planking, or the lying down game, captured the internet's imagination. This bizarre activity involved lying face down in unique and sometimes surprising locations, with palms at the sides and toes firmly planted on the ground. What made it particularly fun was the creativity participants showcased as they snapped photos of their planking adventures. From lying on park benches to perched on statues, the more unusual the spot, the better. The trend exploded as people shared their planking pictures across platforms like Facebook and Twitter, sparking a wave of imitation. However, not all planking stunts were harmless. Some individuals took risks that led to dangerous situations. Despite its sometimes reckless nature, planking remains a memorable moment in internet culture, reminding us of the wild creativity that can surface in the digital age. Is it time for a planking revival? Why is Achilles' heel a term we all know? The iconic character of Achilles, brought to life by Brad Pitt in the film adaptation of Homer's Iliad, has captivated audiences for generations. Known for his unmatched strength and bravery, Achilles was nearly invulnerable. But sadly, he had one fatal weakness: his heel. This small, unprotected spot ultimately led to his downfall in the myth. Over time, the phrase Achilles' heel transformed from a literal vulnerability into a metaphor for any critical weakness a person or system might have. Whether it's in sports, business, or even our personal lives, we all have our own Achilles' heels. Understanding these vulnerabilities helps us recognize where we may need improvement or extra support. So next time you hear this phrase, remember its roots in ancient mythology and how it relates to our lives today. You might be surprised by Alaska's price tag. In a stunning historical deal, the United States purchased Alaska from Russia in 1867 for just $7.2 million, which is about 2 cents per acre. This acquisition was not only a bold move, but significantly cheaper than a comparable land purchase from China at the time. Many people were skeptical about the deal, referring to it as Seward's folly, after Secretary of State William H. Seward, who orchestrated the transaction. They questioned why the U.S. would invest in such a remote and icy territory. However, this purchase turned out to be a brilliant decision. Alaska is now rich in natural resources, including oil, gold, and timber, making it an invaluable part of the country. Just imagine, if the U.S. had opted for a deal with China instead, we could have missed out on the vast beauty and economic potential that Alaska offers today. This acquisition not only expanded the nation's territory, but also opened doors to unique cultural experiences and breathtaking landscapes. Who would have thought that such a frigid land could become a treasure trove?